Hey YouTube, welcome to another episode of the Mark and Mike Show. This time it's just me again. I'm going to do a blog on my views on financing a motorcycle.
Hey, it's a beautiful weekend morning here in Oregon. I have to go to work, which isn't such a bad thing considering the weather out there. What is it? 41 degrees, so it's a little warmer than it has been. Today I'm going to talk about financing motorcycles, which is something that I have done twice, just for full disclosure. My first Goldwing that I bought, which was $1,100, I financed 1,000 of that. That was back in 1983. And then right after I graduated from college, I bought a Harley, and I financed that. But all the other motorcycles I paid cash for, and one of the reasons is that very first motorcycle that I financed, I hated making the payments on that so much that I have pretty much not financed anything else in my life. I mean, I've purchased homes, I purchased a business, rentals, with financing, but I've never purchased a car with financing. And I don't know how many motorcycles I've had, probably 15 or so. Only those two were done with financing. So, got a cop following me. I don't know why he's following me. Be careful not to go too fast. So here's my thought on financing. The reason we finance a motorcycle is because we want it now and we don't want to wait. For example, this GS, if I wanted to, when I purchased this GS, I paid cash for it, but I had to save up the cash. And it would have been a whole lot easier to go down to the dealer. I'm sure they would have given me a fairly low interest loan on it, and I could have ridden off with the bike. Instead, I had to plan ahead and save. And here are, in my mind, the advantages to not financing a motorcycle. First off, if you get in the habit of saving, then when you're ready to buy something, you'll actually have the cash for it. So what I started years ago is I have the name has changed over the years, but currently I call it my secret motorcycle fund. I got that from Hermit the blog. Basically what it is it's a bank account that I put money into for things like motorcycles. Quite often when my quarterly tax payment is due, it'll come out of that account because that's where the cash is. Or if I have any type of an emergency or want to take a vacation or something, that's where the money comes from. And basically, so here's how I look at it, or this is at least how it works for me, is if I go out and borrow money, I'm going to have to make, let's say, a $250, $300 a month payment on something. And I'm going to be doing that for, say, 3 to 5 years. And, that's a long time to have to make a payment, and you have to make that payment every single month. You don't have an option of not making the payment. If I'm saving, especially if I'm saving to buy a GS or something like that, I'm pretty motivated. And there's a good chance I'm going to try to save more than, $300 a month. I think quite a few months I'm probably going to want to toss in, say, $500. See, I probably would have gone, but I got that caught behind me. And if I have the opportunity to put $1,000 into that account because something comes up, you can bet I'm going to do it. So what normally would take, say, 3 to 5 years to pay off a loan, if I'm saving, there's a very good chance that I'm going to come up with that money in 2 years or maybe 3 years, just because I'm more motivated. And then once I bought it, for example, this bike, some people were giving me a bad time about taking it on single track up in the mountains. Such an expensive bike. But it's mine. I owe it. I don't have to worry about making payments on it. I don't, if something happens to it, obviously I don't want anything to happen. But if something does happen, I'm not stuck making a payment on something that's no good. So I can enjoy it. I can do what I want with it. I don't really have to worry about the resale if I'm planning on keeping it for 10 or 15 years, which is what I'm planning on with this bike. And that's true. That's true with just about anything. Same with my Jeep. When I bought the Jeep, I took it out. First thing I did, I went four-wheeling in it, planning on keeping that. I don't really have to worry about the resale. There we go. Finally. This cop that's been following me the whole day has decided to pass me. I don't know. I'm sure he ran my tag to make sure that I had a endorsement. probably wondering what I'm doing out on the bike because we have had snow just this morning. It's the first morning I woke up and there's not snow on the ground. So anyhow, I think it's much wiser to save. I can understand why somebody would want to finance a bike, but the other thing to keep in mind is if you're financing a motorcycle, you're probably financing a lot of other things. And I can tell you, just because I don't finance much at all, it's pretty nice to not have to make a payment every month. And I can pretty much do what I want. It frees up a lot of cash, and that's opportunity cash, not just fun opportunity cash, but that's puts you in an opportunity to where if you need to invest in something, you can do it. So anyhow, that's my 2 cents on financing. So now, unfortunately, it's time to go to work, but I work weekends this time of year so that in the summertime I can take off. That's an excellent thing. Anyhow, thanks for watching.